So last week I showed you guys a really cool version of the civilian insurgent called the Heavy Armadillo, and you guys thought that that was pretty cool. Today we're going to be looking at another new version of the Truffade family. Now, in case you guys don't know, there are only 4 vehicles in the Truffade family in GTA 5. So the oldest of the bunch is the Z-Type, which is a 2-door Grand Tourer, which is based off of the Bugatti Atlantic. This car is amazing. I think it's one of the most beautiful vehicles we have in the game. And for a sports classic and for a vehicle that arrived on day 1, it actually has a lot of customization. So that is the Z-Type right there, a classic in and of itself. After that, we have the Adder, which is based off of the Veyron. And this is a classic too. It was like the original supercar in GTA 5. Pretty simple, not a lot of customization, but it was sort of the prized possession by new coming players when the game first came out. Then we have the Nero, which is based off of the Bugatti Chiron. This is added in the import-export update to Grand Theft Auto Online. This one has a lot of customization, sort of a modern take on the Veyron. Lots of really cool features of this car, including a retractable spoiler that is an awesome feature, I think. And then you sort of have its bigger, badder brother, the upgraded version, which is the Nero Custom, based off of the Vision Gran Turismo by Bugatti. So this one is really menacing. Like I said, it's basically the bigger, badder brother, more menacing looking, more features, more customization. So those are the 4 Truffade cars in GTA 5. Now today we're going to be looking at another version of the Adder. Today I'm presenting you the Truffade Adder Sport. Now, if you guys want to add this to your game, I will leave a link to it in the description. And this is awesome. It really combines the simplicity of the Adder, but gives it a modern makeover with a lot of features that I'm a huge fan of. So we're going to be talking about that in this video today. You guys can see what it looks like right here. It's an absolutely beautiful car. Now, at a first glance, you might say to yourself, well, what's all that different about this vehicle? Well, let's actually compare it to the original Adder that was introduced in the game. You can see it comes stock with different wheels, which is cool. By far the biggest improvement, I would say, is upgrades to the engine block. You can see the air intakes that now are sort of on the top of the car, adding that sort of nice wing design right there. I believe the interiors are pretty much the same, but it's overall gotten a really nice modern makeover. Now, what's really cool is we can also take this vehicle into the Los Santos custom shop, and that's where we're actually going to see the biggest change. In my opinion, one of the biggest complaints about the Adder is its color scheme was pretty bad. You had like those awkward stripes on the hood, and you really couldn't get a good color design. This vehicle right here, the Adder Sport, has completely redesigned the color palette for this vehicle. So you can see what the primary color does right here. It essentially takes like the inner exterior part of the car, if that makes any sense, and it also controls the mirrors too. So you're going to be getting a nice splash of color right there. And the secondary color controls pretty much the exterior of the car. Everything you're going to see on the back, sort of the lower door sills, and a little bit more. So you really are getting a nice color scheme here that I feel like is way better than the original Adder. Now, the color scheme I wanted to go for was the only Veyron I've seen in real life, which was actually in Los Angeles, California. It was on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. And you've probably seen this online. It's this Veyron that's like yellow and black. It looks like a bumblebee. It's super cool. So that's the design that I tried to recreate here. And I feel like ultimately this was a pretty cool look. Now, just like the Adder, there's not a lot of customization here, but that's okay because this is such a simple, clean looking car. You really don't need to do a lot to this vehicle, unlike its bigger, badder brother and predecessor, the Nero and the Nero Custom, or the Chiron in real life. Now, after taking this car out of the Los Santos custom shop, I wanted to check if there was really any extras you could do here that were significant. You couldn't change the color of the interior or those rims. The doors open up like normal. You've got the trunk in the front. There were also a couple of extras as well that I really couldn't figure out what they did. I even went in first person. The only extra I could figure out was that they added like an iPhone holder. So that's kind of unique right there. So I'm not sure what those extras really did, but we haven't even gotten to my favorite feature of this car, and that is a brand new retractable spoiler, which is actually a feature of the Veyron and certainly the Chiron in real life. And that's one thing I really felt the Adder was missing. Now, maybe on day one, Rockstar didn't have the ability to do that. Remember, the Adder is a day one car, whereas cars like the Nero and the T20 that came a little bit later on ended up getting those retractable spoilers. Well, the Adder Sport has that, and I think it looks absolutely incredible. This is by far my favorite feature that a supercar can have. I love this on the T20. I love this on the XA21. I love this on the Nero, and now it's here on the Adder Sport, and it just looks absolutely awesome. Like when you hit those high speeds and the spoiler comes up, and likewise when you have to hit the brakes hard and you can see the spoiler working with you to help slow the car down. So this is obviously one of my favorite features of all time, and I just think this is an amazing looking vehicle. It's sleek, it's simplistic, but it has that modern upgrade to it that I feel like is awesome. And I feel like this is something Rockstar should do with some of their vehicles. Now, this would probably have to happen in like a quality of life update, but it would be so cool if they sort of did this thing where they went back and maybe upgraded a handful of the cars, adding pretty cool features like this, like the Adder, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, if Rockstar were to do that, and if they created a version of the Adder, like the Adder Sport, how much would it cost? So in single player and in Grand Theft Auto Online, the Adder is $1 million. So where would you expect the new price to land? $1.5 million, $2 million, $3 million? Higher than that, $4 or $5 million? Or would it be a relatively cheap upgrade like $1.25 million? Where do you think Rockstar would fall on this? I'm kind of torn as to what I think they ultimately might do. But I think this would be pretty unique. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this vehicle, the Truffade Adder Super Sport. I think this is an awesome car. It looks incredible. It's beautiful in every way. Again, if you guys want to add this to your game, I will leave a link to it in the description so you can check that out for yourself. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.